Right. To wrap this up somehow. Whatever there's still to wrap up here.
Here lies Jin Akana, noted fencer. And here lies David Cray. All shall lose the race with death.
What is this? Seriously, what the hell is this?
An ancestor tree. Pure grace in an undeserving world.
Ancestor tree.
The tree may have much to say.
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond. But this tree feels tainted.
Reach into its spirit, searching for its memories.
You are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. You do not have a choice. She has a plan, and you must serve her with your death. You heed your mother's wishes and take root.
Why would you need to do your own death here though? I feel like there's something wrong with the mother tree.
But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. The voice knows you, he understands you, he loves you. He offers you your freedom and asks but one small service in return.
Yeah, this is pretty much what everyone's been told to right before they've been fucked over royally.
Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the world. But your new friend begins to make demands. Small services, then larger and more often. They cause you pain. At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. You shall kill the Godwoken when they come. Then you shall be free. The thought occurs. The scion replaced one bad deal with another.
Think I know what this guy is going through. Poor thing.
No such thing as luck, only self-earned success. Or as in this case, self-earned failure.
Everyone's in charge of their own fate. Sounds to me like this incent has down the drain.
Desperation leads to stupidity. Among the stupid, anyway.
That's a stupid way to look at things. Because entire story so far has been just story after story after story how the Brachus Rex or some unknown so far entity is basically promising people whatever they want, giving it to them and then fucking them over afterwards. And it's not a group of losers or stupid people, it's everyone. Because everyone gets what they want for a moment, and then it's all taken away. Anything special with Sabille?
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep under. You are a scion of the elves. But then, grateful, at last he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests.
Come down, Godwoken! Come, decay!
An undead elf steps from the shadows. He looks powerful, but when he speaks, he is in pain.
Welcome, Godwoken, to your grave. I promise you, decay.
Galan, Scion of the Elves, level 11. Poison Aura. Tell him you can't help but notice that he's undead.
I decay. But if I serve, I grow again. I shall serve him. You must die.
Ask who he might be.
He is my friend. He is your king. He wants your decay.
I think he's trying to get rid of the competition, that's what he's trying to do. To make sure No one else can get to the well in the end, but only him. And he would be in the little voice who's whispering to Dallas, the hammer of the Order. That's why the Order sent out messages. I'm not sure what if everyone also has their own candidates and their own plans in this. But it seems like they're trying to at least narrow their options.
You rot here, Godwoken. We all rot.
It's me versus everyone else. And there's a lot of others. To be fair, they're not super dangerous or anything. Fire vulnerability, water, poison, earth doesn't really work on them. Undead, so healing would be fairly powerful. Can't reach him. Okay, what exactly can we do? Yeah, these abilities work terribly on an elevated position. Guess I'm shooting at my own guys, more or less. Summon something useful here? A lot of poison. Anything else? Mobility boost. This guy's attacks normally don't really do anything. So why should I do it? We could spread around oil. Really care about where this hits as long as we can ignite it. At the same time, we don't have a huge amount of fire abilities. Phoenix died. Ah, no.
Here, Godwoken. We all rot.
This is gonna hurt. Not me though, but you get the idea. Yeah, this is pretty much impossible to shoot in any sensible direction. I don't get why. What they're doing is just too little too late. It won't really make much of a difference what the hell they want to do. Two extraction points. Is it gonna be useful though? Somewhat. Corrosive touch. Yeah, it just isn't enough. Oh, they're already dead.
Greet the Reaper for me. Did she say anathema?
Nice little fight. That's an exit. Different types of branches and sticks. Donna Dumora, chest armor.
Nice.
Nice indeed. Earthquake. Okay. Just a little bit of an ambush.
The spirit looks forlorn, exhausted, spent.
Search the spirit's memories.
Nothing remains of the life you led. The long years after death, resisting the tree as it tried to take your source, have left you with little more than an overwhelming sense of betrayal.
Let the spirit know it's free to go where it may go. The tree is no more.
Relief flows through you. The spirit slips away. A wave of relief washes off the spirit, relief tempered with disgust.
Search the spirit's memories.
You are an elven spirit. Who you were in life is now forgotten. You have spent the years resisting the pull of the ancestor tree. It would steal your source. This source you would gladly give to the mother tree. But not this traitor. This scion has betrayed the elves. This scion has taken a darker path. This scion wants your source for someone or something else. This, you think, is what happens when the scions don't get proper training.
Let the spirit know it's free to go where it may. The tree is no more.
Relief flows through you as you realize that you may leave. Your thoughts flash to the mother tree by the water on an island with no name. The spirit slips away. The spirit looks angry.
Memories.
You have been a spirit for a very long time indeed. This afterlife has been spent resisting the pull of the ancestor tree that wants your source. You've always hated the scion of the tree for seeking your destruction. Once he served the hated mother tree. You hate her too, but now the scion has taken a darker path. But he still wants your source.
Yeah, it's free to go.
Relief flows through you as a realization grows. You may leave. The spirit slips away.
Traps after traps after traps. It's pretty much impossible to see from the map here. I mean, what the area there actually is. Beehive. We used to get honey. Possibly. I'll go with the heroes again. I mean, we have their equipment now. Does it make any kind of a difference? Really nothing to interact with. Right, so more or less maybe take a look at this area and then continue on. Couple grave markers only.
Here resteth Edmund Vannery, gallant soldier, nearly a hero. Here lies Jim Friel, taciturn in life, silent in death.
As beautiful as always, if unwilling to whisk me away from this place.
Here lies Ogden Quincy, poet and tavern wit. Here lieth the clown,
Another forgotten
thank the
king
gods.
from another forgotten time.
Here lies the body of Riona Lee, drowned in the flood of '83. A passing drifter tried to save her, and himself was dragged under. The spirit of a young woman stares down at the remains of her own warped form, aghast. She looks up to you, eyes wide with shock.
What's going on? I was having terrible dreams. There was something crawling about inside of me, making me do things. Tell her that she won't be troubled by that any longer and ask what else she remembers. The Magisters, they arrested me in Arx. I remember being strapped to a table. They put something in my head. Something alive. I was put on a caravan when they said they were bringing me to Fort Joy. That I should be honored to become a pet of the hammer. My restraints must have been loose though. I remember running away with blood on my hands. The rest is gone. Someone should try to see what was done to me. Nobody should be left to such a fate. Nobody.
Here lies Natalie Bromhead. In death, she may find the peace that was denied her in life. The spirit gives you a tortured glance, then turns away to stare at nothing. The masked servant does not speak. Here lies the body of our bunker-all Grigsby, died wealthy and old, aged 47. Here lies Maurinia Grigsby Barflett, died wealthy days after her husband, aged 21.
What's in here? Couple of coffins, nothing particularly interesting. Want to see if there's something. A bone. Oh, whoopidoo. Been at the tower here already.
Locked in perpetual prayer. Keep trying, my friend.
Right, so the areas there are pretty much the only things left unless we want to go and mess about with Riker.
Here lies an unknown farmhand, not a dwarf, but of them. A smallish man of no small
I don't think
heart.
there's really that one place. Another dead end to the side.
I've spotted something.
Vilnix Creever. Almost sounds like a lizard name. But here. Pauline Lacey lies here, burned in her bed. As in life, here lieth so in death. First name unknown, and of no further use.
You there! Help me, please!
What's the matter?
Some thoughtless fool buried me in this grave to be left as fodder for the worms. I can't be at peace in a place like this. I have to be put to rest according to lizard tradition. The eternal fire burns in the lizard quarter of the cemetery. I beg you, cast my remains into the fire. Set my spirit free. I will never know peace otherwise.
Yeah, what's in it for me?
I should have known your kind would seek recompense. Very well. Do as I ask, and you will be rewarded.
These must be the remains of that lizard spirit, just as he said.
Right, since we're here, we might as well take a look at this dead end first.
Here rests Timus Anchoret. Ever may he look out upon the woods he loved so dearly.
I'm down here! A mind of this magnitude shouldn't be cursed to live like this. Can you dig me up?
Okay, agree, but tell me you don't want any funny business.
Don't worry, there's nothing funny about me. Please, Please hurry. It's stifling in here.
The skeleton tries to brush the dirt from his clattering bones, then frowns. The moistest bits are still stuck in his cracks and crevices.
It's borderline dead. It has an existential haze about it. Whatever that is.
Thanks. You're probably looking for a reward, but I haven't got much. Except, you know, the wisdom of the ages.
He pokes a finger against his ossified head.
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else to be, what with all that thinking time.
The Crispin name sounds familiar. He might have written some books or something. Squint your eyes. He doesn't talk like any philosopher you've ever known.
Are you questioning my intellect? You think you say more sooth than me, a verified soothsayer.
The skeleton pauses and sighs, then straightens his spine with a clatter.
A soul bond will settle it. A battle of wits. Then the cosmos itself will decide who can better face the truth of our own essence, me or you. A weak soul may not survive the bond, but I'm sure you'll be just fine.
Ask what this soul bond entails.
Oh, it's easy. We link up souls and share our innermost beliefs. Think of it like an innocent little duel. The winner remains comfortable with their personal truths. The loser, well...
Naturally we'll try this. Is he saying this battle could prove fatal to you?
Battle is dangerous, is it not? I find it to be true anyway, even when you're battling your own mortality. The angst can prove terminal to the weak-willed.
Okay, let's see where this goes.
Oh, how fun. Just touch this bone on my rib cage here, right over where my heart would be, if, well, you know.
You reach for the rib in question, but nothing feels different. Not until you try to pull your finger away and it remains glued to the bone.
All right, miss. Deep thought. First up, our purpose in life. I say it's to accumulate knowledge. Pretty great answer, eh? Can you do better than that?
Who judges these?
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance.
Okay, reply that life's true purpose is to love others as passionately as you can. Say that your purpose in life is to make the most of every moment. Let's go with the gesture options then. Chuckle at his answer. Joy is the greatest of goods, and there is no higher meaning than to spread it far and wide.
A shattering shiver passes through the skeleton's body from toe to head, then back again.
The cosmos agrees with you. Could it be, I don't know, my own meaning? This emptiness. No matter. Surely you cannot best me again. Tell me, Sally Smartypants, is there such thing as free will? I say no. The gods guide our every move. I dare you to outsmart
The
me
gods
now.
are pretty much whipped, so that can't possibly be. Reply that we are limited only by our imaginations. There are no outside bounds on where we might go or what we might accomplish.
How could I have been so simple when the truth is so vast? Well, I won't let you outshine me again.
The skeleton hangs his head low, then yanks it upwards again.
Is there a difference between right and wrong? The truth is that there is not. Only action and consequence. Oh-ho! I got you there.
Maybe he got me there. Okay, say that you can easily distinguish between right and wrong. They are clearly different concepts. Explain that some actions are moral and immoral, others are not easily defined. But that would be... Well, there are definitely different concepts, yes, but that's not much of an answer. Explain that some actions are moral and immoral, others are not easily defined. Yes, but that's not really much of an answer either. I feel like that if you have a tag dialogue option, they seem to be the best ones in these situations. Since we don't have any, I think it's more or less irrelevant what we say. Is there a difference between right and wrong? Well, yeah, there are at least different concepts, so sure, there's a difference. But is that what we're being asked here? I'll go with the... You can easily distinguish between right and wrong, they are clearly different concepts. But you can't clearly often differentiate them. Also, I'll say that some actions are moral or immoral, others are not easily defined.
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. You pull your hand quickly back to your side. Inner doubt rips through your mind, soul, and body. The pressure builds and builds.
Such a pity.
Right, I don't think we have the... Probably don't have an answer. I mean, we literally can't answer correctly unless we find out the answer somehow, reading a book or something. Or having certain tags with the character. Maybe someone else could answer them better. Where are we? Haven't been saving lately, apparently. This...
It's too heavy.
Well, I have your leg.
I found something.
You there! Help me! Some thought the eternal fire.
These must be the remains of that lizard spirit, just as he said.
Okay, we might as well try the other option.
I spotted something.
Mind if this magnet don't work?
The skeleton tries to...
Thanks.
He pokes a...
I'm a bit of a philosopher. Are you quit?
The skeleton...
A soul, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, it's the loser. Where battle is dangerous. Oh, how...
You reach...
All right.
His jaws clack a shattering...
The cosmos... No matter. I say... well...
The skeleton...
Is there a difference between...
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. Inner doubt rips through your...
Such a pity.
Right, you need to have tags to be able to answer correctly. Maybe another character would have the correct tags. Mystic and Gesture gets you to the third question, but not the answer to that. Is there a difference between right and wrong? Well, we have a few characters, we might as well try all of them. If all of them get to the third question, then it's something different we have to do.
What's this?
Mind if this magnet don't work?
skeleton tries to...
Thanks.
He pokes a...
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else to be... Are you
The skeleton...
a soul, but I'm sure... Oh, it's the loser. Where battle is dangerous, is it? Oh, how...
You reach...
All right,
His jaws clack together.
Yeah,
in a
I
show
can't
of
get to the
self-assurance.
past the first one.
You question your response the moment it leaves your lips.
You poor precious... Let's see if you can do... I say no. The gods guide our every move. Well,
The skeleton hangs his head.
is there a difference between right and wrong? The truth is that there is not. Only action and consequence.
State that
I got you there.
state that every culture throughout history has established its own code of ethics. Within those codes, right and wrong are strongly defined.
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. You pull your hand quickly back to your side. The truth of your final answer momentarily calms you, but it is not enough to ease the inner pain ripping through your mind, soul, and...
Such a pity.
Right, you need to get all three right. A scholar can get the third one, jester and mystic can get past the two others. Outlaw, right. Is there an alternative way to get some of the answers? Crispin. Crispin. It cannot be any book that I carry with me, because I would have, those are books I've read. The Red Prince probably has the best chance. He's a scholar, certainly.
I've spotted something.
Mind if this magnet don't work?
The skeleton tries to...
Thanks.
He pokes a...
I'm a bit of a philosopher. Are you
The skeleton...
a soul, but I'm sure... Oh, it's the loser. Where battle is dangerous. Oh, how...
You reach...
All right, miss.
His jaws
Yeah,
clack
we
together
can't
in
do
a
it.
show of self-assurance. You question your response the moment it leaves your lips. Your entire body shivers anxiously as you wonder,
You poor, precious, pathetic thing. Let's see. I say no. The god...
you are immobilized.
Oh, I hate to... Don't hurt yourself.
Right.
I know how...
The harder you yank, the tighter the bond. You feel the bond break. The truth of your...
Such a pity.
So... maybe there's a way to find at least some answers. I'm not gonna dig him out anymore. It doesn't seem to be any point. I'm pretty sure the beast is not gonna make much of a difference at the same time. We might as well take a crack at it.
Here rests Timus Anchoret. Ever may he look out upon the woods he loved so dearly.
Help! Mind if this magnet don't work?
More not for Crispin, a simpleton's idea of a clever man, and a poor man's idea of a rich one. The skeleton tries...
Thanks.
He pokes a finger.
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else. Are you
The skeleton...
a soul, but I'm sure... Oh, it's the loser. Battle is dangerous. Oh, how...
You reach...
All right, miss.
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance.
Barbarian. Point to the scars that crisscross your flesh. Life is not about the marks you leave on others, but the ones they leave on you.
A shattering shiver passes through the skeleton's body from toe to head, then back again.
The cosmos agrees with you. No matter. I say no. The gods guide our every move. I dare you to outsmart me now.
You are immobilized by
Oh, this... I hate to... Don't hurt yourself now. I know how trying this...
You feel in a doubt.
Such a...
Right. At best we can get 2 out of 3 right. And it depends entirely on the character tags. The final one would be Scholar. I think you can get Outlaw if you do enough criminal things, similar to how you can get the hero tag. So that's gainable. Either way, we can't really get through this now, so it doesn't really matter. What do we have left? Pretty much the Riker's place at this point, and that's it. Where does this go? Oh yeah, need to burn the lizard leg.
You have done me a great service, friend. Now, the Hall of Echoes beckons.
Healing potion, money, teleportation scroll, fire arrow, or thunderbolt grenade. Teleportation scroll, please. Right, not bad. Did get some experience out of it. Yeah, we need about 10,000 to get a level up for everyone, 5,000 to get a level up for the main character. Tarquin. Don't want to talk to Tarquin, even though we have the spear. Don't want to give him the spear. I feel like that's a big mistake. At least at this point. Might be interesting end result, even though it's a mistake though. Problem with Tarquin is we don't know who he is actually with. So giving up the spear for basically a totally unreliable unknown guy is that is reckless.
Within the stone garden's walls, peace be thy immortal fortune, relieved of toil, free of indignity, until thou art called to serve.
Ancient Skull. Only the second one I've found in the entire game so far. Could be tied to powerful necromantic spells or something. Otherwise I don't get why they're so stingy with them. It has to be some sort of a recipe thing. Right, is Riker going to be hostile towards us?
The masked creature grunts 3 times at the sight of you. It reaches its arm out. Clasped in its hand is a crumpled parchment. You take the page, and the servant returns to its hollow existence.
Riker is probably gone. Godwoken, I have no doubt you return with tablet in hand. Forgive my presumptuousness, but I've readied my underchamber for your arrival. The entrance is within whispering distance. Okay, so it's a trap. I don't think you can really give it to him, even if you wanted to.
The salamander turns away from you with a hiss and a wheeze.
Can I burn it? Just an idea. We'll try to see if the spirit vision spots something useful here. Then we'll get upstairs. Downstairs is a battle arena, very light. Ooh, that reminds me. There's an actual arena fight that we should probably do. Forgot about that entirely.
The spirit does not talk to you, though the pain in its eyes is all too...
Would you kill some of these masked servants by simply draining their spirits? They look exactly like the guy they're
does
next
not respond
to,
to
after
your...
all.
The spirit cannot speak.
So instead of fighting them, you just drain.
I've spotted something.
What the hell did you spot? Riker's message. That's not useful at all.
A spirit sits behind the grand piano, her hands moving to and fro along the ivory keys.
O'er black and white, my fingers dart, as lost between worlds as I am. O'er globes they glide, o'er flats and sharps. Whither go they, Lady of Life? Direct them.
Tell her to guide them to a time of grand adventures, of source hunters and homesteads.
The music swells as the spirit's dalliances along the piano keys are joined by a ghostly violin. A distant orchestra fills the room with melody.
Guess you can choose your preferred music here. I don't think I've ever visited these places.
The dusty staircase leads to another hatch, which is blocked tight. As you push, it budges slightly, and some sand drifts onto the floor from the other side.
Sand. Need the hatch B.
The dusty staircase leads to another hatch, which is blocked tight. The dusty staircase leads to an...
What other music do you play?
My fingers are yours.
Her hands fall upon the keys.
That's the web room. The thing about this is I don't know if I should start a fight here. The only way to get to it would be that, which is to the north of our current position. Yeah. That one. And it's locked. Oh, never noticed this before. It's now a question, do we go to meet Riker or do we try to go to the dock first? But we can't get there without causing an issue of some sort. My worry about the issue causing is that if you do it, can we do anything else afterwards? Is Riker gonna be hostile, for example? Okay. We need another electricity spell. Not an area of effect spell, but a bolt of something. Looks like a trap more than anything else. I can bypass it, but I think it's a combination of things. I wonder what would be the most cheap way to do all this. What ability do we have here? Rain. What I mean is, because you have equipment, if you have a little bit of an aero third, you could cast the basic spells. So you don't technically have to take any of it for your character in order to be able to use these abilities in this fashion. Electric discharge scroll. Yeah, thanks. At least the game has a sense of humor about these things. So, sort of a high variety of different type of light items that give you skill points in various magical fields might be the best way to go about it. You could still buy the skills and learn all of them, but you couldn't use them normally all the time. You would have to have those special items on to use them. But because you would want one set of skills to do combat, that's your core area, then another to get through all these different type of puzzles and challenges. Quick test. If I go upstairs and kill the guards there, does it affect anything that happens on this floor? Not that I can notice. I don't get any experience for killing them like this though. No, I have a thievery item. Something that can handle this.
If you think the Master loves you more than he loves me, then Dot, you're a bigger idiot than you look.
Master's the master. Master knows the dog is better than the cat. Master says good dog. Does Master say good cat? No. No, Master does not. See?
The cat gives the dog a long, languid look of carefully disguised contempt. Then she sighs and turns to you.
Settle an argument for us.
Agree to help.
Dog's body here thinks that because the Master is grateful for his, meaning the dog's, mindless devotion, he loves his dog more than he loves his cat. I, on the other hand, know full well that it's the Master's admiration for my general bearing, demeanour and intrinsic greatness what is most indicative of a state of actual love. He near worships me, he does.
Master loves his dog. Master thinks his cat is cool, not the same thing.
You're a moron.
No, I'm not. I'm black-brown.
See what I'm dealing with? Come on, settle the argument. Tell him he's wrong.
Tell them neither of them are right. Love is something else.
You're not helping. Weirdo.
See? I told you I was right.
Please, please, please shut the elves up.
The animals argue on.
Dog.
Oh, cat.
Dog.
Can't win, can I?
Okay, what is the point of coming here? The Essence of Existence, Volume 3. That sounds promising. Ooh, don't take it. It's promising.
I found
Okay,
something.
what the fuck did you find? Ah, there. It's in under the bathtub. I'm not sure what it is. It's a diamond. Probably the first one I've actually seen the entire game so far. Right, but the book might be an answer to the third question asked by the blasted undead son of a bitch. I know Lossie can answer the two first one. The Essence of Existence Volume 3. Is it wrong to kill a man? Or is it? No, it is wrong to kill a man. Or is it? What if that man has killed another? Is it wrong then? If yes, then what if he has killed 2 others? Or 3? How many shall die at his hands before we can put him to death with a clear conscience? It is wrong to steal, but is it wrong for a poor man to thieve bread from the rich man who stores loaves in abundance? How empty must the thief's belly be before we forgive him his crime? How full must the rich man's granary be? There can never be one law that answers the question of what is right and what is wrong. There is only a river of justice, steered by the impulses of men and women, gods and goddesses, chance and nature. Okay, this seems to answer the question the old man poses to us. Sort of. So what I want to see if that's exactly right, or is it not? Do we need an entire volume of these existential question books before we can answer his 3 questions correctly?
Hell, a mind of this magnitude don't work.
The skeleton tries.
Thanks.
He pokes a finger.
I'm a bit of a... Are you...
The skeleton.
A soul, but I'm sure. Oh, it's the loser. Battle is dangerous. Oh, how...
You reach.
All right.
His jaws clack a shattering.
The cosmos... No matter. I say... well...
The skeleton.
Is there a difference between right and wrong? The truth is that there is not. Only action and consequence. Oh-ho! I got you there.
Replied that morality is a river, steered by the impulses of men and women, gods and goddesses, chance and nature.
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. You pull your hand quickly back to your side.
I can't bear this existential agony. What have you...
Mass Corpse Explosion Skill Book. That's another quest we got. Some necromancer wanted it. It is pyrokinetic and necromancery. Explode all corpses around you, dealing physical damage in the area. It's fairly cheap. Yeah. I wouldn't want to give this up. I'm somewhat curious what do you get if you give it up, but I wouldn't want to do it. These combination spell skill books are... I've basically seen them one copy of each somewhere. And that's it. If you miss it, you don't get it. I can't see where we could really use mass corpse explosion. So it's in that sense I wouldn't miss it. However, there might be situations where, especially large battles, where it could be an option. Especially because this is so cheap. And if we could sort of create a killing zone, we could maybe kill some weaker ones there, and when the bigger threats come, we can then holy crap! We can then detonate and explode the corpses for a lot of damage. So this could be very useful, very useful, or not. By the way, good to know what the solution to this is. Find the existential books. I guess we're going after Riker too. The only thing we could do is go after the spider first. I'm expecting a fight either way, no matter what we do. But Riker would probably be the more troublesome one, and I have to loot his house afterwards, and I have to sell all the crap, so that'll take time. I think I was just going to see if we can do something with the spider. And that is it. What exactly am I supposed to do with the cat and dog? Riker's pets, Cottontail and Dot, are arguing over who their master loves best. We found Dot's dog collar. Perhaps it will convince him that his master prefers Cottontail. Okay, but we can't talk about
The
that
animals
anymore.
argue.
Dog. Dog.
Can't win.
The animals are
Dog. Dog.
See why I'm
So you have a single chance to do this.
The animals argue.
Dog. Dog.
can't win.
And if you don't take the option immediately, it's gone.
The spider spindles right up to you, her long, long legs tickling the sandy floor. A malevolent intelligence gleams forth from 8 beady eyes. She opens her mouth, hissing at you.
She's level 12, I don't care what she does.
Don't you know, my little pepper pot, that it's ever such bad manners to enter a queen's boudoir without permission? But what's this? Something familiar beats within your heart? A venom promise, a gift from one of my kind.
She shuffles her enormous body closer, looming over you until you are enveloped under her shadow. Venom sizzles to the sand from her fangs as you are pinned in place under all 8 of her eyeballs.
You come here for me? You desire another spider's kiss?
We might as well see where this goes. I don't really want to. I lost Constitution the first time. And I don't think this is quite so friendly of a spider. Okay, let's see where this goes.
Her eyes glisten, and her distended abdomen jiggles and shakes. Is she laughing at you?
How adorable! But I'm not interested in you like that. I've already got plenty of babies. So you are still prey, but of a different kind. I hunger, and I hear my princelings blubbering in their loving cocoons. Time for us to feast.
Hold out your arm to her. Sister option.
Tender, juicy. Much better than the stale old muck Riker pushes through my boudoir door.
Her fangs drool venom that sizzles on the sand. But there's no time to think about all that, because raising up on her hind legs, she pounces right at you.
Right, this was the sand that was blocking our access from the one side of the staircases. I was sort of guessing this is something like that. We'll wait for the eggs to hatch. Poison resistance, earth resistance, fire weakness. She's not particularly good. Wait. Little shits, are they any good? No, not really. Let's try the other fire spell. Burning and blind. The wind to do anything? I suppose I could cancel the acid, but whip. Cannot be targeted by teleportation skills removed by burning, necrofire, holy fire. Surely there are other ways. Although, maybe not. Now everyone has their all necessary level up. Excellent. Right, there isn't all that much I can do. I can kill the main spider and that's about it. And we'll wait for the little shits to hatch and kill all of them. Okay, killing them is the most dangerous thing about them. Yeah, I should have created a surface there. That would have been basically my saving grace here. Where the hell is the last egg? Somewhere there, right. Can't do, we're in whipped, but we're also, I guess we are not burning. Whatever. I want to spread the oil a little bit so the fire spreads. That way the spiders can't really get to me anymore.
The hatch is blocked tight by the high drifts of sand carpeting the floor.
Right, nice little fight. Nothing too demanding at these levels. More body parts. Good loot from the spiders. Interesting looking. I think a pair of gloves and a rune could be very useful for us. We have terrible boots, especially strength boots. Gauntlets, I think we have a fairly good quality. Recipe for a cursed poison flask. I'll take it. I have no idea how you would do that. Probably... Source orb, are you kidding me? Meaning of a man.
Many servants, one master.
Okay, this is a good place for us to end. We got to level up. We should be level 15. I think Riker was close to level 11 or 12. He's certainly not an opponent for us. More importantly, we can go to the Blood Island now without any worries. We'll be correct level for that. We got a couple of items. These will be under leveled though. Yeah, level 12 stuff. Not really useful. Could be useful technically, I guess. Doubt it though. I recall buying new gauntlets. Right, telekinesis critical. There's nothing wrong with these, they're just not particularly good. Same probably with the amulet. Medium frost rune. Geomancer perseverance. It's really the skills that are terrible. Also no rune slot. So something mildly useful, that's it. Nothing really all that interesting on the leveling up part. Couple of attribute points. Couple of skill points we don't really have a use for. Ooh, you have 5 unused. That's a lot. I think we should go for at least 5 on the key skills we use. I mean natural 5. We can then, that should give us access to all the useful spells. After that we can sort of go where we want with the skills. So Arrow Surge, Geomancer and Warfare are at 5. Hydrosophist is 1. I have level 2 spells that I'm using with this. I might want to spend the extra point there. Alternatively, buff leadership up. Honestly though, I don't know if I've ever noticed the difference, but at the same time I wouldn't notice it all that easily. I think it would be better to invest in a skill though. Same with the attributes, don't really know where I would want to spend them. Maybe Geomancy 5? But no, Warfare is king with this one. At least Geomancy 4. I'm thinking, what would I get from it? It's poison attack abilities mainly, and I don't know if they're useful really. Extra warfare would be extra damage. It's 5%, but it's still 5% extra. Oh, 200 damage possibly. Yeah, I don't know. The level up seems sort of empty at this point, unless you take something new. I think they're all slaves, even the animals. One way or another.
The animals are...
Dog!
Oh,
Dog!
oh, you're impossible.
The animals are...
Dog!
Oh,
Dog!
see what?
The animals...
Dog!
Oh,
Dog!
see what?
The animal...
Dog!
See what I'm up.
Right, so this is a last opportunity if you carelessly choose the first dialogue option. And that is it. I didn't read there's a huge list of options and I didn't read them through. I was sort of trying to be neutral because I had a tag for it. And that's all. Nothing. Not sure if solving things is a good thing, but it's clearly now that I can't really try to move things forward either. No. Right, I'm not sure what I do. I'll end here and we'll go meet Riker downstairs next time. Even if he has some help with the fight, we are not going to drain their spirit anymore. And I'll just fight it out fair and square. There are 4 levels below me, so there's not going to be much of a real fight there. Essence of Existence Volume 1, so all of the Essence of Existence volumes are probably found in Riker's house. That allows you to get success against the Philosopher, allows you to get the Mass Corpse Explosion, which allows you to complete another quest. Somewhere here. I don't recall it anymore. The more interesting thing is, what could you gain from that? There's a couple of monsters here too now that we could take on. The Abomination at this corner and maybe the Witch. Although I'm sort of iffy about the Witch. The Witch sort of seems like you have to have something, some knowledge or something to maybe get past it.